welcome to MetalVice in 666. I'm your host, Brian. Is that how we start this?
Yeah, I'm Karen.
All right, that's how we start this. I can't remember how we start these. We start them a little slightly different than we do our normal podcast. But yeah, if you haven't joined us, these are supposed to be shorter form content around music and whatnot, just like our podcast. The goal originally was to hone in our rambling, which it doesn't work. So whatever. Let's get started on this topic.
Rambling.
I'm rambling again, yes. As you can see in the title, if you read that, or the description, if you read that, we're going to be talking about earplugs again. In particular, Eargasm earplugs. We've done an episode on earplugs in the past where it was more of what we've used or what I've used. You really don't use earplugs.
I don't use them. I do at Milwaukee Metal Fest and Headbanger Boat. I use the loop earplugs.
Right. So we both had loops for a while. I've used the foam sort of inserts for earplugs as well. And you can use your AirPods as earplugs as well with the noise canceling feature. And those actually work pretty well, except for the battery will eventually die and whatnot there. But I think it was at Milwaukee Metal Fest or maybe the boat last year. I can't remember.
No, it was Milwaukee Metal Fest.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
But I lost my loop earplugs.
Earplugs.
And needed to buy some new ones. So I thought about go back and buy loops, or there's other brands out there that do earplugs as well. Let me try one of those out. So I chose to go with the Eargasm earplugs.
And we bought these. This is not sponsored.
So yeah, I was going to bring that up. We did buy these. I saw an ad or a reel on Instagram. I then went and Googled the website and bought these. And then while I was sort of looking into these more before getting this show ready, I saw that they do have a link for being partners with them.
Oh, really?
And you have to have 2,000 followers.
We do not.
To be a sponsor with them or a partner with them. Or if you have less than 2,000, you can also get a link as well.
Oh, really?
And I think you get like 15% off or 15% of the sale or something like that.
This? We could have gotten a link.
We are going to put a link in the description, but it's not going to be a sponsored link. It's just going to be the link to their basic website, and you can fucking figure it out from there, like where to go to buy them. There's tabs. It works like a website works. So if you don't know how that fucking works, then you've got some other problems that you need to figure out. But I guess some people might not. I don't know. We grew up on the internet, so
I was gonna say Google it, but if you don't know how the website works, so you might not know how to Google something. But
rambling again, but there is sort of a link. Like, let me show you how to Google that, and you can like record yourself going to Google and typing it in, and then finding the web page, and you can send them that video of like how. Anywho, rambling on again.
We bought these with our money.
Yes,
not sponsored.
And I can't remember what the price is. I'll throw it up on the screen, but it was like $60 for these earplugs. So not necessarily all that bad, but when you compare them to the loops are like 25 or 30.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we paid more than 30 for them.
For half the price. But they do come in this neat little package here. I got the Vans Warped Tour one because I like Vans and I like the look of the checkered. They have a bunch of other brands as well. So like I think one of the Danny Wimmer shows has its own earplug as well. Electric Force has one. Sick New World might have one, or When We Were Young has one as well.
I think it was When We Were Young is what you told me before.
But it's just sort of the case will be branded a little different because mine just says Vans Warped Tour on it, and then that inner sort of ring thing filter will be a different color and whatnot. I do wish you could buy more of the like different colors for those filters, and you can. It's just very limited in what they have. It's like blue, rainbow, gold, and transparent. And I was like, fuck, I want some of those other really cool colors as well. I wish they would come out with more. Maybe someday they will. But it's not super hard to get in and out and change them in and out. And that's good because you get two sort of sizes of like the cones that go in your ear. So if one doesn't fit, you can switch them out to use the smaller ones. And you just sort of have to pop that filter in and out to do that thing. With the screen out, if you take a look, one side doesn't have a screen, one side does have a screen. You just want to make sure you get the screen facing out, I believe, if I have that correct. I believe I have that correct. And they already come installed on one of them. I can't remember what size it was. I've already popped them out a bunch of times.
I think it was the larger one.
The larger ones? Okay. Yeah. The other thing, you get this little carrying case as well that has a keychain loop on it. I don't give a shit about that. I'm not putting this on my keychain. I like my keychain very minimal. I have my house key, my fob to get into buildings and whatnot, and like a a mailbox key or some shit, and that's all I'm going to carry on my key. All my other keys are like here on a keychain with a bunch of other fucking shit, and as I need them, I'll go and get them and whatnot.
Yeah.
I just keep the basics on my keychain. Other people have every fucking thing they can on their keychain, which, you know what? If that's what you want to do, go ahead, have fun. That's not who I am. So I took that loop thing off and I just carried this in my pocket. And at first I thought the size of this was going to be very cumbersome and very annoying to have in my pocket. It's really not. It's the same basic size and not necessarily shape, but it feels the same in my pocket as my AirPods do.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
When I'm going to shows, I'm not going to take my AirPods. I'll just throw this in there and it fits pretty well.
Yeah, so it's not bulky or anything.
Right. No. If it's just the two earplugs in there, I wanted to put the other cones in there, especially testing out. That way I can switch them out in between sets just to see which one I like, either the short or the tall sort of filter or the cone. But those don't fit in there. And putting these in this case, it's a very snug fit. So you have to like really hit the bottom of this to get them to pop out sometimes. Also, there is sort of a little washer around this case as you unscrew it to like keep this watertight. I don't know why.
Oh,
like,
interesting.
If water gets in there, you're going to ruin the like filters or something. Like, I don't understand that.
I've never even thought about that.
The loops are just this little plastic case. So, I mean, comparing this to the loops, I do truly prefer the loop case better than this one, but this isn't as bad a case as I remember or would have thought it was going to be.
Because I know when you got it, you were saying it was bulky and big and stuff. So,
but going to a few shows with it in my pocket, it's really not that bad, honestly.
I'm assuming this goes through. You had to take this out from metal detector, though.
It is made of metal. I have taken it out when we go through metal detectors and just hold it in my hand, and have had no issues, or throw it in the bin and whatnot, and had no issues. Okay. I could see them saying like, go ahead and open that up to make sure there's no drugs in there.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Yeah, depending on what venue you're at.
And what show you go to and whatnot, and type of music and all that.
Yeah.
It is a bit annoying to unscrew in between sets if you're putting them away. I usually just throw the headphones or the earplugs in my pocket, and we'll fish them out with all the pocket lint and shove them in my ears. The loop, again, the case for the loop is you just pop it open. They fit in there really well. You got the generation above mine where they have little designated holders. Mine was just a case that you throw them in.
Yeah, I like my case. So.
But even that one was a little better than this. It was so easy to open. You just pop it open. This one, the Eargasm one, you do have to unscrew it, which is a little annoying for sure. What else? I guess sound quality. I guess that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I think. What do you think of those?
So I wore the Eargasm for a couple of shows we went to, and it did not muffle the music at all. It sounded so good with them in, to the point where I was skeptical if they were actually doing anything.
Oh, okay.
Mudvayne show was one we went to, and there were some of like the higher pitches or the higher sounding guitar riffs and whatnot, or maybe lower sounding. I don't know. Whatever it is, like the more. I don't want to say screechy because it's screechy, but it's, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those guitar riffs, and there were times where I did not feel like these were really blocking that sound. I did take loops to that same show and switched out. I caught myself wearing the loops more times than I did the Eargasm.
Yeah.
The loops did feel like it muffled it a little bit more than the Eargasms. But again, in my head, the fact that they sounded so good made me think that they weren't actually doing anything.
They weren't working. Yeah. And the loops feel like AirPods in your ears. Yes. At least for me, they do. And that's why I don't mind them. What do these feel like? Do they feel like the foamy ones or anything? Or what's it feel like?
No, not really the foamy ones. They do have this long cone thing that we've talked about, so they definitely go into your ear a little deeper. The tall ones I was switching in and out every now and then. I would put those in, and I could definitely feel that like going pretty deep into my ear to the point where it wasn't necessarily the most comfortable. So me personally, I do like the smaller, the cones better. So they felt fine for me. They really did feel fine. The loops felt a little better as well, just because maybe I'm more used to it, especially with AirPods and whatnot. Yeah. Putting those in, and just other like headphones, putting those in, like the ones I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, that's true.
The Eargasm didn't feel too much worse than that, especially these smaller cones. I'm gonna keep playing with them, keep seeing like, are they actually doing something? Is that sort of they're not getting muffled in my head? Is like, how can something be this good? It's like, it's too good to be true type thing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, sound quality wise, I do think the Eargasms sound better, but again, I am skeptical if they're actually doing any real protection there.
Yeah.
But I guess the final verdict then would be what one to go with, and honestly, for the price, the loop.
Yeah.
For $20 to $30, half the price of these Eargasms, you get the loop, which maybe it sounds a little bit more muffled, but it's half the fucking price.
Yeah.
And they've now come out with like a next generation above the one you have, where they have loops apparently designed for certain sort of events.
Yeah, like depending on what you're going to, like a conference where there's a lot of chatter, or like in a car, or music, or something like that. Yeah.
So, you know, it'd be kind of cool to get one of those and check those out against just whatever version you have of loops. But yeah, I don't know. I really like the design. I like the look of the Eargasm, especially with this checkered. I like some of the other sort of filters they have. If they ever come out with other colors, like a red or something, I'd probably buy that.
Yeah.
Or an all black, or other different color checkers, a purple. I could see myself buying the filters, and the filters are only like $20 or something.
Oh, okay.
20, maybe 30. I can't remember. So I could see myself buying multiple filters, like just to change switch. Them out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I know that the foam earplugs that we buy, we always get like a case of 100 on Amazon. I think it's $19 or $20 basically, $19.99 probably. But that comes with 50, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, it comes with 100, so that's 50 shows.
Yep.
If you take one pair to a show, which is a lot. But for us, we go to more than 50 shows a year, so then you're buying multiple cases of those a year.
Yeah.
Or if you lose them or whatever, if you take 2 pairs, whatever. But they're reusable as long as you don't lose them.
As long as you don't lose them.
The $30 pays for itself over 1 year of shows.
Eventually it will.
60. These are $60 though. So
yeah,
that would
be
60. Two years.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll put a link to both of these brands in the description for this. Like we said, they're not going to be affiliate links. No. I assume the ones I see on like Instagram on the reels and shit, if they have a link that pops at the bottom, like click this to buy now. I'm sure if I had done that, it's an affiliate link for that person.
Yeah.
So if you want to support creators out there who have the affiliate links, go ahead and do it. If you don't give a shit, just Google the website, Eargasm. I even just put in, I think I put in like loop verse, and like the first suggested search was Eargasm.
It's probably they're the two biggest ones that I see ads for.
I think there's another one that's very similar to Eargasm.
Oh, is it?
Similar design. I don't remember what they're called, but I don't know. It's something like that. Whatever. But yeah, I don't know. That's just a quick rundown. I've only been to a few shows with these Eargasm. I'll keep trying. I'll keep playing with them, but I'm also going to take the loops because me personally, I like the loops a little better. I feel more comfortable with them.
On the boat, you're going to have to use the Eargasm unless you buy
Would you try the Eargasm?
No.
You don't like those?
Nope. I hate earplugs anyways, and the loops I'm comfortable with, so I'm just going to use those.
All right.
So you either need to buy new loops for the boat or take
something else.
Take those.
Yeah, I don't know. All I can say is you should definitely wear earplugs at shows. Definitely
don't
wear
like
ear
me.
protection. Yes.
Don't be like me.
And yeah, pick whatever one you want that you're comfortable with. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see you at the next show.
Bye.